Hey guys, it's Jayla. Welcome or welcome back. I am back from my vacation. Hopefully I'll look a little bit tanner because I was out in the sun for 5 days. Anyway, this is a long overdue finale for the Clue Project Pan. This is actually called the Clue Special Panning Edition project. This was a Pantastic Ladies Collab project and it was created by Stephanie. This was so much fun. I did not update this project last month, and right before, or I was supposed to do the finale on the 10th. Well, that was whenever, anyway, I was going to do the finale on the 10th, but then like time got away from me and then I went on vacation. So didn't get a chance until now to film this finale. So when I last left you, I had 2 suspects, 2 weapons, and 2 rooms left. And I basically, whenever I submitted my January guesses, I had like 2 items I needed to work on to kind of figure out what was what. And I felt like that was kind of a boring update. So I was like, let me just wait until February and do the finale. So let me share with you what's going on with this project. Before I do that, let me share with you what this project is all about. So Stephanie created this project all about Clue, the board game. And the idea was to roll in products for different prompts related to suspects, weapons, and rooms from the board game Clue. And as you meet the goals you set, which are determined, I don't know where my dice went, which are determined by some dice. Here's one. I don't know where the other one went. Anyway, you're supposed to roll 2 dice to determine the number of uses you have for each of the products you choose for the prompts. You can only work on 3 at a time. And at the end of the month, depending on how many of each category, rooms, suspects, weapons you met your goal on, you could have up to 3 guesses. So you're going to work on 3 from each category. You could have up to 3 guesses. We've been working on this project since June of last year, and I do have my final guess to share with you guys. So let me share with you what I was working on last month. For the suspects, I have to scroll down here. I was working on Miss Scarlet and Mrs. White. For Mrs. Scarlet, in my December update, I'm confused. In my December update, I had re-roll. Sorry, Alexa, shush.
ABC News. From ABC News.
Alexa, stop. I had rolled in this product, which I'd rolled in multiple times. I'm out of practice, you guys. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Multi-Stick in the shade Marigold Round. I'd rolled this in, and the dice had me use this 5 times. Yes, 5 times, which I did. And this is really close to being done. That is all that's left in here. I've kind of been holding off using it because I've got another little highlighter that I've got in a project that's kind of a cream base. And I kind of want to roll this in for like a prompt where something that's almost finished, because this is almost, I mean, it'll get done by the end of this year, but I'm not working on it right now. But I did hit my goal on that one. Then for Mrs. White, I had decided to roll in this Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. The prompt for her is a white product or packaging. And obviously for Miss Scarlet, it's red product or packaging. And I had rolled this one in, and the dice had me use this 6 times. I did do that, and I also finished this. So this was in my empties in January. I really do like this mascara. Would repurchase. So those were the 2 items that I used for Miss Scarlet and Mrs. White. For the weapons, I had the candlestick and the knife remaining. For the candlestick, the prompt is a brightening or illuminating product. So I had rolled in the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And this is shade number 2 in light. And the dice had me use this 4 times. I used it way more than 4 times. I kind of forgot it was in this project. I just kept using it. Like I had used it the 4 times and then kept using it. And I was like, it's in a project to finish. No. I do want to finish this. So I'm all the way down here now, as you can see, which I'm super excited about. Again, I have other illuminators I'm working on right now. So There's like this one and this one that are kind of close. I kind of use them in a similar way. So anyway, this was able to be rolled out. Then for the knife, the prompt was a product you use to contour. I rolled in the NARS Laguna Bronzing Cream and Laguna 1. This would not work for me right now, but back before I went to the beach and I was fair, I was able to use this. The dice had me use this 7 times, which I did. This is how this product is looking. I have used it additional times since then, but now I'm working on a Tarte Seychelles bronzer that's in a project to finish. But anyway, love this product. Have this both in color 1 and 2. Holy Grail favorite, love. But I used it 7 times and it rolled out of this project. So I was actually only working on 2 rooms. I don't know if I may have said 3 earlier, but I was only working on 2 rooms. The last 2 rooms were the hall and the study. So for the hall, the prompt is a base product. So I rolled in the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light to medium. And the dice had me use this one 9 times, which I did. And this is how this is looking now. This is too light for me currently. So I'm focusing on another under eye corrector, but I do love this one quite a bit. For the study, the prompt is a skincare product. So I rolled in the May Lindstrom, the Pendulum Potion Complete Cleansing Oil. The dice had me use this one 6 times, which I did. This is currently my everyday cleansing oil, so I got way more than 6 uses in, but you know, I did hit my goal on it for the month. So I was working on 2, 2, and 2. My guesses for January were Miss Scarlet with the knife in the hall and Mrs. White with the candlestick in the study. And Stephanie's response to that was, it could not have been Miss Scarlet. She brought her new puppy in her purse. In an attempt to play, Mr. Body's dog chased it under a couch and she wouldn't stop trying to coax him with treats. The police lifted the couch for her to grab him. So it couldn't be Miss Scarlet. Therefore, it had to be Mrs. White. And then for my second guess, she said it could not have been the candlestick. The candles were lit too soon and there were no extras. So once they had burned down, the staff took them out of the way and packed them in the caterer's van. So it wasn't the candlestick, which means it had to be the knife. But I didn't know which room it was in. So for January's update, what I did was I re-rolled in these 2 products for the study and the hall and re-rolled. And for the corrector, I rolled a 2. So I only had to use this 2 times. I used it way more than that, but I only had to use it twice. And then for the cleansing oil, I had to use this 9 times. And I did hit that goal. So what I ended up guessing for February's update and eventual finale is Mrs. White with the knife in the study. So Stephanie responded, it could not have been in the study. Mr. Body took a sculpting class last month and began work on his masterpiece yesterday. He kept the room locked so it wouldn't be permanently revealed. The police couldn't be certain if it was meant to be a griffin or a fish. So, because of that, I gave my final accusation, which is Mrs. White with the knife in the hall. And Stephanie's response was, it was Mrs. White with the knife in the hall. Mrs. White was opening a package that had recently been delivered. Mr. Body had ordered himself a new hat and scarf. He happened to be walking through the hall, so she asked him why he had bought them when she had gifted him a set she knitted last Christmas. I'm a knitter. How funny. According to Mrs. White, that was when he ran into her knife 10 times. According to Mrs. White, that was when he ran into her knife 10 times. I read that right. Explaining the blood on the floor and her fingerprints on the knife. The jury will officially decide if his death was accidental, but most of law enforcement is skeptical. Stephanie, you're a genius. This project was so much fun. I loved it. I hope she brings this one back at some point because this was so much fun. I loved her explanation of your guesses and why it wasn't so-and-so and with what and in what room. I mean, fabulous. Kudos, girl. Kudos. This is a fabulous project. Anyway, that is my finale for the Clue Special Edition Project Pan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.